Would you believe if we told you that everything about the Big Bang Theory was all a lie? Believe it because it is true. In fact, new evidence from the James Webb Space Telescope suggests that the Big Bang was all a fictional tale spun in a giant web of lies. This may all sound ridiculous right now, but before you jump to any conclusions, watch this video of JWST's shocking discovery about the origin of the universe. The new James Webb Space Telescope is here to stay. Thanks to cutting-edge technology employed, scientists can begin to derive answers about the dark and vast universe, which includes its mysterious origin. Just in 2 weeks since the Webb's early scientific images and data became available for scientists to work with while examining these pictures, they've managed to lay their hands on numerous early discoveries about the universe. Let's find out where it all began. The mystery of the universe is one puzzle that has perplexed geniuses and scholars over the century, bringing about some pretty insane notions and beliefs. Predominantly, the belief among the scientific community holds principles directing our constantly increasing universe were also involved during the Big Blast, which also created the universe. In a nutshell, the Big Bang Theory suggests that the universe's present and past matter emerged simultaneously around 13.8 billion years ago. According to propounders of the theory, they believe the universe began as just a single point, which later began to expand and stretch to its current size, even still stretching, hence the effects leading to the birth of the universe. Over the years, the now famous Big Bang Theory has been accepted by various scientists and is the major link to the beginning of the universe. However, that's all about to change. The James Webb Space Telescope has captured some startling discoveries about the genesis of the universe. And guess what? The Big Bang was all a hoax. Relating to the recent image derived from the JWST, American scientist and writer John Lenner disagrees with the theory of the Big Bang, which suggests the expansion of the universe over 14 billion years ago in what he describes as a humid and sparse condition. Since this was made public, an overflow of technical scientific articles has been published online. These publications make references to the images from the JWST, depicting large numbers of galaxies, including those that were strangely smooth, small, and old. This in no small way buttresses the claims made by Lenner. Moreover, the complete number of galaxies present seems to arouse panic, not to mention the state of the galaxies which look unique and incompatible with the Big Bang hypothesis. So, if the Big Bang never happened, what did? As a matter of fact, members of the scientific community have expressed their shock regarding the genesis of the aforementioned question. A team comprising scientists, astronomers, and cosmologists have come together to study the images obtained by JWST, therefore providing the most succinct explanation about the universe's expansion, with a strange visual illusion in place. Oddly, galaxies, like every other object in an expanding universe, do not diminish as they are being studied from afar. Rather, they appear to swell the more you study. The reason for this can be linked to the theory that states galactical light should have dissipated when they were closer to us. In a typical non-expanding universe, objects appear bigger with regard to their distance. In relation to this, the total galaxies revealed by JWST come in the same size as the galaxies that are near us. This implies that the universe may not be expanding at all. Instead, it has an absolute size which contradicts the claims of the Big Bang. What's more, the images captured by JWST reveal a pattern of galaxies growing smaller and smaller. Galaxies with the same lightning and mass that our Milky Way look 2 to 3 times miniature in these images when compared to similar ones captured by Hubble Space Telescope. All these activities would be the opposite of what scientists would have expected from an expanding universe, yet it does fit perfectly with the description of what scientists did when they employed the notion of a non-growing universe with redshift proportional to distance. Due to the conflict these publications created, scientists had to re-examine the inflation idea. You see, the inflation idea suggests that a universe's first expansion at many orders of magnitude faster than the speed of light is a major player in the Big Bang theory. Nevertheless, studies have failed to reveal the proof of the universe expansion, and the once accepted Big Bang theory still remains as sensitive as it did when it was first proposed. Besides, other intellectuals are also coming out to affirm that the Hubble, which was launched into space in the 90s, also backs the claims by JWST. Today, scientists have now reached agreement that the universe is in no way expanding like it was proposed in the Big Bang theory. Aside from this, scientists have published findings based on Hubble's images obtained in 2014. These images depict galaxies with redshift up to 5 fitting into the speculation of a non-expanding and normal universe. Through this discovery, scientists were convinced that JWST would reveal similar things, which it already did and was clearly stated in the scientific reports. If the Big Bang theory was so true, some galaxies older than the Big Bang wouldn't have existed. Scientists are of the opinion that as JWST peered further into space and traveled back in time, the number of galaxies present would have diminished so greatly, eventually ceasing to exist. This would have led to the cosmic dark age, a time whereby the universe would be utterly covered in darkness. However, an article published in Nature reveals galaxies as massive as the Milky Way had existed for hundreds of millions of years, even after the Big Bang theory was proposed. The new images, according to scientists, reveals that there are at least 100 times million galaxies, more than theorists predicted at redshifts exceeding 10. With this stated fact, it is practically impossible that many massive galaxies will be created within such a little time frame, thus stamping the fact that there was nothing like a Big Bang. Today, it is almost impossible to publish journals critical of the Big Bang theory. The reason for this, let's just say published literature, has established that the Big Bang currently creates 16 inaccurate presumptions and just one accurate fact, which is the increase of deuterium. Mind you, deuterium is an atom of hydrogen, which is really not adequate enough to occupy space for the possibility of a Big Bang occurrence. Eventually, when images from JWST became public on the 12th day of July 2022, everything made perfect sense. With its ultra-modern instruments, it captured the perfect view of the early universe, going as far back as the days of the Big Bang. Thanks to these discoveries, things are starting to look less confusing as scientists progress their inquiry into deeper regions of the universe. Findings obtained so far cements the fact that the Big Bang never did happen. Do you still doubt this? Wait till the James Webb Space Telescope make a more significant contribution that might possibly change the way we view the universe. Till then, let's hear what you think of this latest discovery made by JWST about the Big Bang.